Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2, where we're taking the Dream Team now into the Shroud. That's right, the Dream Team. I'm doing it already, I'm committing. This is a winning squad. They have what it takes. They have, deep down inside, they have the gumption, the wherewithal, the moxie. Oh, so much moxie. You've never seen so much moxie.
Propriety floats listless on the tide.
Lair.
Brine in noxious degradation.
Alright. So, keep the flame above 40. Do not fight the Shambler. If you want your academics map, which it's not bad. It's not the greatest scouting gear we've ever seen. So we get a hero shrine right off the bat. And then, oh boy, the path is just absolutely fucking lousy with Oblivion. We actually have to be a little bit careful here. So we're taking an unavoidable Oblivion immediately. We do not get much in the way of value out of this watchtower. So we probably want to hit the Oasis. Except if we hit the Oasis, that's battle, 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 lose your armor, battle. Then, I mean, like, that's not so bad, I guess. And then we would attack right, because we're definitely not doing the lair here. Not in this state, but also kind of not ever, because fuck the lair here. So I guess that means, we will stay clear of loathing. We will lose our loathing for sure. Yeah, maybe that is the play. Fight, 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 and then you don't gotta fight again till the end, as we stick to the right, so there's another one. Yeah, alright, let's do it that way. Gosh, I hope this party ends up surviving, because I have so much hope, and I would hate to be proven wrong immediately. Not that I think it's impossible for it to happen or anything. But I have to say, I realized I haven't really said it.
The loathing whispers.
So I do want to say, I think that this version of Darkest Dungeon 2 is like way more fun and interesting than the thing that they initially released, and like big surprise, right? This is a studio that has shown in the past that the early access system works for them in particular, for them if for no one else. And it worked here again. Like, the thing they've delivered is really, really, really good. And I talk a lot about, like, my individual moment-to-moment impressions. I'm often doing kind of a stream of consciousness. And when I do that, I realize that I end up talking about the things I don't like a lot relative to everything else that's happening. I don't spend a lot of time going, see, this thing's good, that thing's fine, this is working. It's the stuff that's not working, or that you feel is not working, the stuff that is like rubbing you the wrong way, that sticks out on a moment-to-moment basis. So a person could maybe watch this series and come away with the impression that I think this is a frustrating game or something. I've not actually said, hey, this is real good, I like it a lot. And it is. That it's real good and I like it a lot. I think I prefer the first one. I still think I said a thing early on, I think that the increased randomness in the battles and the sort of like dramatic scaling back of context around the battles due to the meta progression layer and the much shorter runtime of what you would consider a run here are kind of like weird solutions to each other's problems that in fact I think are both bad. And I still think that, but like, Darkest Dungeon 2, very good overall. I'm enjoying it a lot. Okay, so Echoes of the Past. These two are both complete. Who do we want to take on? We don't know the skill Riposte, although we can guess what it does. You already have a bleed that you can use from the position you're in, but presumably more exist, yeah? I don't know. Tough to say. I'm going to say let's go Barristan.
Chapter 2. A leader of men. Behold the conquering general, marching his men to victory.
Sort of a certain definition of lead here. Oh, that's perhaps some non-ideal leadership going on indeed. And of course, I'm fully committed to staying in the back. Yeah, this is a mite problematic. Attack, forward 3, target, forward 3, and charge up. These are not things we will be doing to ourselves, of course. I mean, somebody's got to do some damage around here. How about you? No, that didn't work. Is it possible that we were not an unstoppable tactical genius in our heyday? Could it be? So I'm assuming we gotta keep at this until we hit maximum suffering. Okay, anyone we give an order to suffers that conflicting orders effect. Not a big surprise there. You know, I'll say this, our crew is at least pretty fast, it seems like. But we're not going to take on even a single one of them. What do? I don't know. The realization that actually maybe you're terrible at this in a way that's going to get everybody killed.
A massacre. A complete and total failure of command.
Yeah, that is legitimately terrifying. I totally get it. Stand fast, not a very impressive skill, I have to say. What does it grow up into? Remove combo. Okay, so I mean, you need to pair this with a source of taunt for it to be interesting at all. Kind of a bummer. I don't think we apply that over. Yeah, defender I would rather have. Rampart actually does stuff. Not doing a lot of hold the line, but you know, if we get shuffled, hold the line is very good at the thing that it does for sure. Yep, okay. Let's just continue onward.
Simple choice. At least it should be.
You cowards. Everybody in the party was like, please, Mr. Barristan, don't make us fight 300 battles in a row. There's a kind of terror that I think is like very graspable. A lot of the terror in cosmic horror stories is exceedingly abstract, and I like the fact that that's not really the case here. Anyway, this seems like a great time for an abyssal artillery. Kind of wish that had done like a huge amount more damage. You have 65. Yeah, the thick mud effect is on the enemies as well, I guess. Well, so this is probably not going to work. Let's try it anyway. Okay, we got him. We did move him back. Oh, I forgot we have illumination. And now we've moved this thing into a position where the Hellion actually gets to take a swing at it. So this almost certainly works. If it bleeds, only hits for 2 bleed at the moment. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the... Yeah, that's a bummer. All I needed basically was for that not to do minimum damage, so of course it did minimum damage. Had a 6-point damage range, and all we could hit was the bottom. It feels bad to have him be the one to eat the combo point, right? But it makes way more sense to hit this guy than it does to hit anybody else. So, all right, we're just gonna roll minimum across the board, huh? Well, at least we brought that thing down before I got to do anything. Wow, that hurts. That is adding up quickly. And they are fully focused on her. Okay, we get at least one attack on somebody else occasionally. Yeah, you have death blow resist, so we do need to wind you up a little bit here. Well, we should at the very least remove this, right? If she's not going to get low enough for us to heal. And she would have eventually, but I guess I should have relied on her doing minimum damage, shouldn't I? There we go. Finally, something gets done. Okay, I gotta remember to throw out the, what do you call it? The consecration at the beginning of battle. Junia is very reliant on having a consecration running. So we did pick up... Yeah, let's go ahead and throw some stimulants on... I guess you? I should remember that we don't already all have stuff. So there is significant value. Although I guess we're probably going to want to put the water on Barristan. Just on somebody who doesn't have a heal naturally. Provided I'm allowed to get water. Yeah, here we go. So I guess we're probably going to swap that out. You're supposed to use burn salve for your goals, right? Yeah. So it'll be Barristan then who carries this. And the stimulants gets just swapped onto Junia, which I think is fine. Okay. Let's go get into a pair of fights, one immediately after the other, and definitely totally survive them. You know, it's not so bad when you have your wheels and you have your armor.
Empty of hope and humanity.
Okay, it's another one of these. It's a real shame that guy is there, but at least he has a blind on him. Yeah. It's hard to pass up the Abyssal Artillery on the first turn. Nah, just hit her, right? Even though it doesn't do anything cool with the combo point, but... Okay, could be a lot worse, could be a lot worse. And this is a perfect time for such a consecration, because you get to go before Boudica does. And Boudica gets to just tear shit up.
A simple solution.
Yeah, this party is not, like, super great at targeting the back row. Be a little bit easier if she was in the front rank, but I want to maintain the capability to do if it bleeds. Yeah, it's fine. This party in particular would really benefit from a corpse clear. Somebody on the squad having some kind of corpse clearing capabilities. I mean, doing that's fine. The cowardice. Infinite. Yeah, nothing really that I can do. I'm gonna defend her. People are going to stop dealing damage to her. Oh, interesting. I'm not allowed to shoot abyssal artillery here because we can't see the one enemy that's in the position. Huh. All right. Well, let's get the illumination again. Hopefully you don't go first on the next turn.
Agony by accumulation.
There we go. That'll work.
Lesson taught is a lesson learned.
Not always. Sometimes the lesson taught kills a guy dead, all the way dead. In which case, difficult for them to have learned anything. And yeah, we're in fine shape. We will be perfectly all right for this resistance encounter. Very cool art, like exceedingly cool art on the fisher folk. Alhazred obviously does not want to fight the fisher folk. Your relationships, yeah, everybody's still pretty neutral. I don't know, Barristan. Junior will take the hit, I guess, arbitrarily. It feels like having the healer and the tanks like each other makes the tank singular and the healers multiple like each other. Makes a lot of sense, right? Unstable incubation. Huh. A cabin boy. I don't think we've seen this enemy before. We haven't really fought this biome's people very much at all, and that is a shame. All right, let's try to nip whatever's going on here in the bud.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
No incubation on my watch. You know, we could probably actually throw the consecration on Barristan. He hits like a truck. Ooh, wow. Alright, I'm not so worried about the, Nice. Not so worried about the movement resist loss. Like, that doesn't do anything to us. Rampart still moves you forward, right? Is it better to just hold the line? It's probably a little bit better to just hold the line. Lock myself in place here. Alright, good enough. I know these are the like really early game encounters, so it doesn't really matter, and it's not a fair comparison.
Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail.
But this
to
party
your
feels
redemption.
crazy powerful. Interesting. Do we want to put the lure up on Barristan? I think I do.
Loathing abates.
He doesn't have any multi-hits or anything, so he's not going to be forcing too many enemies to attack him at once. But yeah, I think some amount of luring makes a huge amount of sense for him, and I don't think anyone wants the Protectorate in this situation. It probably doesn't hurt Junia too badly, but like, why bother? Actually, yeah, maybe it is kind of good. She's only gonna be attacking under pretty rare circumstances, because she's going to be throwing up the consecrate and... Well, she's doing a lot of illumination here, but that won't always be the case. Now, let's keep it off of her.
The guttural prayers of the fisherfolk must be silenced.
Oh, Barristan wants to bail this time. So I will not be allowed to keep my my healers and my tank having good relationships with each other. That's a little annoying. My party is already just deeply cowardly. Not all working to the same ends here. These things make me nervous. So that daze came from anemic, right? Okay. Something we are hoping to clear. Alright, a couple of taunts like that. Alright, let's fuck some shit up. Ooh, she is taking a lot of damage very quickly. The enemies are like hyper focused on her. I don't really know what I want to do about that. So do I want to go for the unreliable heal? I think not. I think we have the improved vessel heal. Let's just do that one. So then the question is, do we stab this guy in the face, or do we try to clear the wharf rat? Let's take out the frontliner, I guess. Alright, good efficiency. Ugh. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard to avoid having problems with. Barristan can't hit the guy in the back. So let's... Oh, interesting. Have become stealthed. This is guaranteed to kill. Even on the lowest hit, this kills. That's fine. It is kind of a lot of bleed, huh?
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
And all Junia would have been doing was trying to destroy a corpse. To speed this up a little bit.
A petty hindrance. In this weighty gloom, a spark.
Okay, bleed resist piercing. I think it's pretty obvious who in the party wants to run that one.
The loathing abates.
So we're attacking rightward here. Why do y'all want to go to the lair? Terrible decision makers. This is why I'm driving the carriage. Okay, hold up. The use of a pouch of lie is actually hero goals for Junia. And then on top of that,
There is no other choice.
it's actually kind of good. Oh, this is the chalk dust, though. On top of that, it's actually really good for the party. If we can find some, we should hit it quickly. It's an unusual situation. We have not very often wished for pouches of lie. I think I want to keep going on Barristan. I do not think that the skill we got last time was of any value at all.
Chapter 3. One eye open.
Okay. Come on now.
Every night, the men of his regiment would interrupt his fitful convalescence. Mutilated and maimed, the spectral garrison clawed at his bed covers, whispering hateful truths in his ears. The exhausted attendants in the field hospital would wake to the sound of panicked screaming and inglorious sobs. It was not the war that had taken his eye. It was pride.
Feels like the skill you get from such a bit of text would have to be kind of a bummer. Okay, retribution. That's interesting. Sort of the kind of functionality I was expecting from riposte. His riposte is going to be an attack, but it's going to have this buff on it, right? Like, that buff is called riposte. So maybe a riposte skill is the actual attack that comes off of a riposte, and he doesn't have a skill named. That's a terrible way to word that, if so. But yeah, I definitely think retribution is a thing that is potentially worth taking here. Ooh, especially once it's upgraded. Yeah, maybe once it's upgraded. I don't think I'm going to put it on the bar now, especially with the lure. And then I think I do want to go right. This is a thought experiment, academic study, which I don't think I'm familiar with. Y'all again.
Steady yourself.
Ooh. Early horror is certainly not very exciting for us. Alright, that's probably got him dead to abyssal artillery, so let's not be pursuing that any further. Combo token's nice, although I think we're actually going to struggle to take advantage of it very well. Oof.
For who knows what lurks in the beyond.
We have been gaining an awful lot of stress very quickly. Odds are pretty decent of a one-shot. Yeah.
A trifling matter.
That's a very low amount of damage.
Incremental.
Okay.
Deadly all the same.
You can't do anything about the rising stress levels. Just pray for at least 4. Betrayed once again.
The fiend's strength
Okay.
dwindles.
So you're dead. I really want Barristan to get a turn because I want him to get a bolster off. Let's make sure she goes down. Does anything in particular have to be true? No, you can bolster anywhere. We'll just... Well, I guess that thing's just dead anyway. Yeah, never mind. We're gonna get meltdowns in the first biome.
Gloom, a spark.
Perhaps I needed to bring a little bit more stress management than this. It's rough when everybody sort of like creeps up to the line and then they go over it together. Y'all, be nice to each other. Stop talking about each other's mothers.
Laden with echoes of indistinct ideas.
Huh. Well, this feels like a new one on me. No one to read last rites, if indeed it even died. I mean, I kind of want to see what the trinket is you get from this.
Amidst the spoils, an artifact of unparalleled power.
So, we know the anatomical map, and we know that it's a little tricky. Because we know that at times it treats taunt as a negative token when it absolutely shouldn't. Taunt is a value neutral token. But I guess we'll give it to Alhazred. The thing is, the game has a coloration for tokens that are not considered positive or negative. It just chooses not to use it here. Alright, the wheels broke after we no longer needed them, so that's nice. And yeah, we might be spending some spring water here to make sure everything stays on an even keel. The Altar of Cowardice. Ah, yeah, okay. Yep, and of course we're gonna stress her out as hard as possible before her turn.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Does feel like smoke bombing people now is probably a good idea. You know, I'm gonna use a smoke bomb to try to spend the dodge token here. Okay, wow. We spent the dodge token and we actually landed the effect. Don't you dare. Okay. So first things first. And then I kind of don't have time to bolster, right? Like, everybody in the party is super stressed, but I need very badly to keep swinging. Yeah, that was like critically important. Wow, their whole team gets to go before me. That's fun. And this is a turn where, sadly, Barristan did not manage to get any value off of his lure. Well, yeah, just right here. I don't think there's any reason to get complicated with it. 11 HP. You know, ordinarily we'd focus really hard on the cherub, but we have an opportunity to just rush this thing down, and I think we gotta take it. Alright, excellent dodge. Excellent dodge. Thank you. Positive trait. We should probably now refocus on the cherub. Are you at 0? You are at 0. This is not a negative token. This is a nothing token. Yeah, that's gotta go. We gotta maybe do something about that one.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
A thing that I didn't really consider is how erratic the gain in conviction from consecrations is because it's reliant on turn order. So she went 2 turns in a row at 1 conviction, and then she may not get a turn at 2 conviction. That's really interesting, actually. Do we want to try... Maybe this would be a good turn to bolster. -1 stress feels like not a great use of a turn. You know what? I'm just going to burn the other water charge on the guy who's got the horror.
Carousel of horror.
And then... we'll just clobber you? I guess while we're burning through the tokens, it probably would have made more sense to do the shield bash and try to get a daze, right?
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Thank you. I thought so too. Well, max damage. Okay, you stepping forward like that is great news for us.
A resounding response.
Yeah. And that was worth going for. It would have been really good if it had landed. Alright, Barristan's got a taunt up.
Steady yourself.
Right, not that it matters with these things, because they have double attacks. Alright, well, we get a decent hit out of this. I would have liked to be able to wait for the fire, but... Again, kind of a weird situation with the turn order. The party's got great damage output. You gotta give them that. Hooray! Alright, we burned through that pretty fast, pretty effectively. Got a greater heat shield. Interesting. Not an amazing trinket, but certainly better than an open space.
Whispers.
And I think we're taking home a fair number of mastery points, right? Also, I feel like there should be an award. Just like a very minor award. Maybe an extra, 10 baubles or something. For going through an area and not whiffing any of the stuff you can crash the stagecoach through.
Under the mountain's unblinking gaze.
Heal to 25% on entering region plus 2 stress. Man, attempting goblet. This place sucks. Pillager fearing. Not a big deal. So field surgeon. Okay, that's cool. Because, yeah, I was going to say Boudica got that as well. It's a good trait to suddenly get out of nowhere. This doesn't matter. And this might matter. All right, so we got our academics map, which is cool.
Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel.
So we came out of that with 3
Conventional
points.
fare,
It's fine.
but fairly priced.
It's not as good as I was thinking. Should we buy the flapjack thing? So the flapjack thing is a food item, not a medical item. We have pretty good traveling heals. The flapjack thing is it produces food items, though they're in the bread class, right? So it's certainly not the same deal. I kind of want to pick up the 2 burn salve just so that we have enough to actually run her goal out. But we have to, run into some stuff that's going to burn us before it's really relevant. The iron banded wheels is not terrible. If we pick up the flapjacks, we can't get anything else. Whereas we could go mortar and pestle and the wheels together and just not run the academics map, maybe? Because it's not amazing. Part of me wants to do that. And we have the money then to repair the shielding, and we'll get... Well, the iron banded wheels, it gains us 2 max wheel points. They aren't filled in, right? I kind of want to take the griddle. Let's just take the griddle. And then that leaves us with the resources to fill up and...
The coach stands ready once more.
Yeah. That's fine. Who doesn't love a good griddle?
Sometimes it is wiser to
want.
try anew.
What I want to start here with is everybody get some bread. The bread is pretty alright. Okay. So, do we want to spend 24 relics on playing cards? I think so. Okay, like to see a +2 in there. That's lovely. And I do think they've got the power level of the relationships in a much better place, where it's still like a system. Wow, 3 negatives off of those cards. Rough. Like, it's a system that matters a bunch, but it doesn't like completely destroy your run if people get negative the way it did in the early phases of the beta. We'll take these two.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
All right, so I have 4 whiskeys. Is that right? Let's figure out how we want to apply these. Barristan and Junia get 1 for sure. That relationship is now in a good spot. We have at least 1 negative relationship, don't we? Boudica and Alhazred, yeah. Okay, so 1 for you two to fix that. We need 1 more. Now we get the +2. And I think this other 1 can't get anybody over a threshold. Well, it's unlikely. Let's do Barristan and Boudica and hope for the +2. Didn't get it. That's fine. Okay, we have a couple of -3 stress things. Let's use those. +4 speed until next in. I mean, do I want to speed Junia up dramatically so she can deliver that consecration before people's first turn? I actually think I like that a bunch. Pardon. Yeah, okay.
The means of mastery.
I definitely think it's time to buff up if it bleeds. We use Abyssal Artillery a bunch. The fact that under some conditions it will attempt to apply stun to 2 monsters is pretty cool. But also, we're using Consecration of Light at the beginning of every battle. There's definitely something to be said for turning this into the version that sometimes gives you crit. Especially since the base values that we're talking about are so big. Like, yeah. Let's run that out, and then, I mean, the big argument against doing that, of course, is that it's a thing that's, it's only going to help sometimes. There's going to be a lot of time where you can't tell the difference between the good consecration and the bad one. And I don't know. I don't necessarily... That might be right. And then let's go ahead and upgrade Retribution and actually put it on your bar, which I can do right now. So we're going to drop... Bolster's nice to have. I'm not actually using Defender. We don't need Defender so much if we have Taunt. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I'm okay with that logic. Who gets the Fire Resist? Who gets the Blight Resist? I mean, this is like pretty arbitrary. I guess we give you the Fire Resist since there's some chance of you setting yourself on fire now. And the Blight Resist goes on you because you just can't stop getting mauled by people. Yeah, okay. And then back to the Provisioner to buy the other 2 burn salves. I do think that's a good idea. And now we're not that far off of being able to afford to remove a couple of negative traits if we were to just hold out here. What are we looking at for the next routes?
Rain.
Sluice is available.
Is there no sanctuary from this madness?
So here's the thing. Because there's a no time to bleed, we know that there will be a field hospital in the sprawl. And I think we could just intentionally fail the goal. You don't always get a field hospital. And I would like to see one. I'd prefer that it not be immediate, but at the very least, we want to be able to remove anemic, right?
Our great cities burn. All that beauty and knowledge.
I know we just got pillager fearing, and that's a little bit of a bummer. But we also need somebody who's going to set us on fire so we can spend all these burn salves. So, yeah, I think that's pretty good. And with that, we've done everything we need to do. So let's just roll on. We're 45 minutes into the episode. You know what? It's cool. We will, in fact, just take on the next thing. Okay, one
While
positive
the heart
relationship.
still beats, desire will never die.
These are not ideal skills. These are skills that we cannot use very often at all. But whatever. Positive is still positive. And, you know, occasionally you get the free action. It's okay. Unexciting, but okay.
Behold, the great cities of man, ruined and aflame.
Okay, I do like that path for the most part. We're going to take 2 points of armor damage. Alright. Well, I kind of want to take the watchtower just so I know what to prepare for. Don't know what's over here. And we're headed toward the lair. I don't know if we'll go for it. This is the one with the librarian, the burning book guy.
Is it not?
Oh, actually, hold on a second. Barristan no longer has a combat item. Does that make sense versus chalk dust? We're not going to need the chalk dust here, I don't think. It's wheel damage. That's rough.
The fog is parted. Our way is made clear.
Oh, cool. It's combat on the way to the lair. That's fun. Well, too late now. Life strikes you when you're down, indeed. Okay, we got our pillager fearing, we got our anemic.
Steady yourself.
Alright, crit for 3. Y'all, could you stop just gating stress off of literally everything that happens? Do I just want a retribution here? I have all of this dodge. I mean, no, I kind of want to hit somebody while I have the strength, right? A 10% chance of just dropping someone, but I definitely... No, I think I do retribution. Yeah, we let the strength go off on the riposte. Ooh, I didn't realize that the pristine lure adds taunt when you hit a riposte. That's actually really cool. Alright, that's rad. So you're actually in pretty bad shape already. Okay, good work, team. Can't actually kill anyone. Maybe I'm better off just doing ministrations. I think we try to hit the kill, even though it's not super likely. Yeah, it's way better than just setting out the bleed. And I think we have to start fixing people's stress. It got so bad so quickly again. And through the super dodge. Terrible stuff. Well, I'd really like Boudica to get her turn, but also, you know, we do got to win the battle. I can just illuminate for nothing, so it... Yeah, let's do that. So Boudica could take damage, salve herself, not herself. Okay.
Little help impeccably timed.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
I can't bolster again. That's a shame. Yeah, we are in a terrible place on stress.
An unexpected find.
And I was so excited about having a good riposte skill that I did not even consider putting mastery on bolster, which is definitely what I should have done. And now we're going to pay for it. So we don't have to go all the way here, but it wouldn't be a terrible spot to do it. Ooh, that elite enemies
Library
thing.
burns. And with it, the remains of philosophy, reason, and insight.
That doesn't apply to the whole battle, does it? Gosh, I hope not. You know what I mean, the whole lair, obviously. It applies to this whole battle. Alright, I appreciate y'all staying on target. I think that's probably pretty ignorable. Yeah, this guy we gotta do something about. This I remember at least. His name is Sacrificial. It is cool to have two different people in the party with Field Surgeon. Alright, there is no universe where you get anywhere near the front. Interesting that he doesn't leave a corpse even when you kill him. Alright, that should be good enough, I would think. Burn self number 1.
Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it.
Yeah, gosh, we just, like, we really, really need a lot more mastery points. We could use a huge number of additional mastery points.
Another impediment. Cleared with impunity.
Advance. Does the elite enemy modifier stick around? It does, so it will probably apply to the boss as well. 20% extra HP on the boss. That is harsh. That taunt is more annoying than anything. Ouch. This is definitely a situation where we hit the riposte immediately. Who do you think you are? It's really a shame she can't hit herself with that. Okay, I don't want to toe-to-toe. Definitely do not want to draw the taunt onto myself.
Measured and steady.
Well, it's either this or the brightness of the, what do you call it? Illuminate. So good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, when he has taunt and riposte up, we get to apply his damage bonus so many times in a turn. It is really wonderful. That also rules. I'm gonna save the last burn salve for the boss fight, since we can't equip her with anything in between rounds. All right, can't go for the retribution again. Do I just bolster? We have a taunt left already. Yeah, I'm gonna try to peel this situation back a little bit. Okay, got ourselves a powerful judgment. Feels like a bit of a waste to apply it here. We don't know whether Alhazred is going before this guy or not. Let's be sure.
A petty hindrance.
Ow! My jaw! Alright, well, show him what you think of that.
All problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll forward here. I think this is a good set of... Yeah, wow. This is a good set of items. And I think this party is potentially up to the task, even though we're not super great at hitting the back row. He moves around.
Upon his ladder, reveling in the fiery destruction of human accomplishment.
So I might want to consecrate you first. You will at least always be able to hit. Okay, and the elite modifier did not carry through. Now, it does get pretty bad when all the books get destroyed, so I do need to be a little wary. I think I'm going to go... Let's get the tokens up at least. Interesting. That doesn't cause riposte. I would have expected it to. Well, I mean, if you're going to move me forward, I guess I'll just Iron Swan. It's actually kind of ideal. Oof, we went way out of the ideal order here. I like the fact that he has a line context specific for when the only enemy is out of reach. That's actually kind of impressive. Alright, so these are pretty low stacks of bleed. Smoke bomb to clear the dodge. Beautiful. At this point... Oh, right, Boudica's not allowed to move backwards on purpose. That's funny. It's also a huge bummer. I kind of want to save the salve because I think we'll be able to remove more with it later. Ugh, I don't want to wind myself, but I guess from here I'm hoping to use if it bleeds every turn. Yeah, alright. I will yawp in an effort not to destroy any more of the books. Alright, and we want him to move forward on his turn, obviously. Yeah, wow, this is going okay. Why y'all gotta take the worst possible turn order all of the time?
A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
I guess maybe we're not gonna get a much better... Here, I'll just use this on you. You have slightly more incoming bleed damage. I'm gonna yawp again? I don't want to hit the books. All right. Is this... Do we ministration here to build up the fire damage? What's your fire resist? Oh, you're immune to burn. Never mind. This is as good as Judgment's getting, actually. 6 entire damage. Absolutely mind-blowing. I can't actually... Okay, well... I think I'm going to hold the line one of the book stacks just to lock myself in front at this point. I think that's worth it. Oh, Barristan, please don't freak out. Barristan bolsters himself next turn. You don't really... Oh, you know what? We can strip the... I guess I should have just shot Judgment. Like, don't stress. Okay. Okay, yeah, you need to self-bolster because we cannot have meltdowns. Oh, no, sorry. It's you always target somebody else with it, but it de-stresses you as well. Well, I can't make the somebody else part of it work, but... We need the de-stress very badly. Alright, chop, chop, chop. Man, Alhazred has not fallen victim to a single dodge token. It feels like this entire battle. He's just on 100% of the time.
Hold fast. For who knows
Well...
what lurks in the beyond.
Resolute? Shitty. Okay. That sucks. One meltdown is really recoverable. I'm not going to stress about it. Again, we're going to use Junia for the heal. Okay, he's not making it to the front. We got this. It's over.
Weaken them, that another may finish the work.
How much resist do you still have? A little bit.
Haste and carelessness. Hallmarks of the unprepared.
It'd be super great if you would stop gaining dodge tokens. Alright, yeah, that was not bad at all. That was like fully under control the entire time.
So unpleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
Alright, we need to put Burn Salve back in Boudica's hands.
Fates.
Here's my other salve. And then... I guess you get... This is the only combat item we have left. Oh no, the chalk dust. We don't care about chalk dust. Okay. Trinkets. Wolf's blood is, I think, a little risky. We don't have any fire straight up. We could put it on Barristan, but it's going to be not valuable most of the time. If first in turn order, power, gain an extra action on killing blow. If you're on fire, you just go the most fast, and that makes you for sure get your turn started first in turn order powerful. I'm gonna put this on Alhazred. Right now, he's not the fastest person in the party, but he'll get there. And he does sometimes just catch fire. I'm not sure why he did just catch fire one time in the previous battle. I don't know if it was an area effect or what. Okay, so we made it through the scariest part. We don't really want to go see the Hoarder. Because I don't want to lose the armor if I don't have to. We're in fine condition for this combat. Yeah, let's just continue onward.
Echoes of humanity. Twisted
One
by
meltdown's tough. One
heartlessness.
meltdown can be very difficult, but we can hold from here. All right, you can still do everything that's really important. I'm gonna throw this into this slot. Another interesting effect of the way this works is that, like, if Alhazred had an attack that did damage and also made him back up, then someone else would also start their turn in this slot, and Junia would gain 2 conviction this turn. So this, like, consecration spec for her is actually really interesting with, like, a jester or, like, what do you call it? Point blank shot kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of cool aspects to this. Alright, Barristan, I think, goes Rampart over Hold the Line here. I don't think we need to be worried about any further position nonsense. That I'm worried about. It's kind of a lot of bleed, actually.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
Resist the... Aw. Before I could even tell you to resist the stun, you failed. Okay, well, I'm going to healing salve rather than spend my turn healing. Maybe not. No, I'm going to healing salve rather than spend my turn healing, because that's right, I can hit 3rd position. Yeah, and I absolutely want to hit that sacrificial stab there. Beautiful. And he applied a burn. Wow, that was a really good time for Pyromaniac to go off. Very concerned about my stress level. Please do not do anything to stress him out. Okay, that's fine. That you can do. This is definitely bolster time.
A simple kindness.
Trying very hard to keep that situation from overflowing. Yeah, I'm less worried now that he has all this extra health. Let's just keep peeling tokens, I guess. Okay, she resists the stress, though. Much appreciated. Does it make sense to do this instead? I think so. Okay, that's a problem. Should probably do something about that. Well, fat lot of good that taunt did.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
There you go, easy.
Resistance will overcome even the greatest of threats.
Did he gain 2 stress from killing the thing? Is that what just happened? Alright, where are we at from here? Cash. And then it's pretty easy for a while. Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
The loathing whispers.
So we don't have any trinkets that are flammable, I don't think. Well, we have the lantern. If flammable item is equipped, a 33% chance to inflict 1 fire. Yeah, no, that's just not very good. If the other trinket is independently good for the character, it's a lot more interesting.
Look ahead. A place to reflect, remember, and reconcile.
So I kind of feel like we got what we were looking for with Barristan. Maybe this would be a good time to push Boudica, but also there's something to be said for just trying to like finish a character. And Boudica's doing fine. She probably has other cool bleed skills though. Yeah, let's push her. I sure hope she has other cool bleed skills.
2. The brave.
Do not remember her chapter 1 at all. It was so long ago.
She was the tip of the spear, poised to sunder the enemy line, to live forever in the songs of her people.
Okay, these things have a lot of HP actually. Start with a war cry? Oh, cool. I didn't look at their stun resist before clicking. That's on me. That attack being called Subjugating Strike is doing a tremendous amount of narrative lifting. Yeah, they are immune to stun. That was not very good. Alright, well I gotta start doing some damage here. We'll summon clanmates when I don't think it requires 1 corpse. Let's see what it does. Will it give me 2 new clanmates? No, okay. We only ever have 3 people in the party. Well, it feels to me like this one is a lot like the last one, in that it's a battle you absolutely cannot win. Yep, just kind of unimpressive. And I have no way of managing my stress. Seems like Boudica's people maybe got themselves a little tiny bit outclassed here. And into the shadows we go. I didn't realize that tree was taking up a space.
Her entire life spent in preparation. But when it mattered most, she had failed.
Huh. If target has bleed plus 20% damage for 5 turns, and you're targeting someone in the party? That's a weird one. So maybe we want to fiddle around with this a little bit. Maybe what I want to do is remove Wicked Hack, put on Bleed Out. Well, if I take off Wicked Hack, then that's a little risky. If we take off Toe to Toe, like remove my ability to move forward like that, because I don't want to lock myself in place anyway. Let's try something a little bit different. Barristan doesn't need to be in front for his stuff to work, right? No. And he has ways of moving up. He has multiple ways of moving up. Do I want to drop Rampart? Rampart's kind of not great. Maybe I should have Bellow instead. The ability to strip riposte off of an enemy is actually kind of great. And it's like a thing you only use rarely, but when you have a good opportunity for it, it's super good. Yeah, I might do that. We'll just use hold the line as our... Well, I'm not always gonna want to lock myself in place, though, am I? Sometimes, but not always. Yeah, okay. We'll leave it like this for the moment. Hospital it is. Good news.
If you hope to heal, you have chosen wisely.
And we actually have a bunch of money, so we can remove a fair number of negative traits. Flapjacks! A whole stack of them. Gosh, that sounds good. Wonder if we have any... I might make pancakes after this. So let's definitely take off anemic. Does anybody else have one that I really want to get rid of? This needs to go. I didn't even see you gain that. That's terrible. And then I think that's it for stuff that really has to go. You can lock things in, but I don't necessarily think that's super valuable. We could instead just hit up the pharmacy and try to pull some things that are useful. You know, like have some laudanum on hand. I like laudanum on hand for sure.
The odds of illness are high. Best to be prepared.
And then maybe we save from there. Hard to say what we'll need. Yeah, the flapjacks are they're just better than bread. So do we want to pop the laudanum on somebody right now? Probably, right? Okay, we're going to lose another point of armor, which does not really matter. And I think we're going to go Boudica again for the bell here. Even more
We
flapjacks.
must understand the path if we are ever to be free of it.
Chapter 3. Night in the Woods.
This is the chapter where Boudica discovers that she really identifies with May. And who among us hasn't had that
As the
experience?
advancing army moved on, she huddled tightly in the tree's clammy roots, hoping to be somehow swallowed up into the earth. At dawn, she woke tormented by the exuberant cries of carrion crows, come to feast upon the corpses of her kin. When at last she stirred, the scavengers took flight, repulsed by the sight of this undeserving revenant.
Bit in common with the flagellate, really. Raucous revelry. So winded, remove horror, de-stress and heal. Allies also de-stress. Oh, interesting. Perhaps quite relevant to our current concerns. And as always, we must then separately check what does it grow up into. It de-stresses her more effectively. It adds some death blow resist. So this one's pretty good unbuffed, and it doesn't get that much better mastered. It creates some windedness, but we have a way of removing windedness already. Okay, interesting. Do I want to try to find room for it? What would we drop? Like Iron Swan, probably, which is only usable very occasionally. We're starting in front, and we will often do some Iron Swanning. I mean, if we lose Wicked Hack, then I have no ability to hit the last enemy who is alive while I'm in the second row, which feels pretty bad, but also I'm doing really poor damage when I do that anyway. Maybe this is silly. Actually, I didn't even... Where can you use that from? Anywhere. Okay. More damage to the cart, of course.
A beautiful illusion that was the world. Fragmented and undone.
Okay, I like this. Free combo tokens, pretty exciting. Not everybody gets one, sadly. Alright, this is one where we're going to be doing a little bit of dancing. Because we're going to get forced backwards sometimes. Let's strip one of these. It's more important to get rid of the altar than it is to get rid of the other guy. And the Abyssal Artillery might do it anyway. Oh, I should have consecrated... Shoot, yeah, that was stupid. I should have consecrated Alhazred, actually. Don't know what I was thinking. Well, now that you have this on you, I don't even want to do that anymore. We'll just lay on the Iron Swan. Good, good, good. Yeesh. All right, 2 coin flips in a row. Okay, we are for sure consecration on Alhazred. That's sad. Oh no, you still have 4 HP. Why? That thing having guaranteed crit, I don't think is a great concern for us. I don't think I want to force my way forward. I think I just want to hit the retribution button. Alright. Let us be done with it. Never mind. I couldn't see him back there. Well, I really want to start stabbing people. How much HP do you have? 4? Oh, you know what? Junia can handle it. Yeah, Junia will take care of it. Let's, Gosh, all of these enemies have all of the tokens in the world, though. It's fine. Yep, we just swing through them. There we go.
A petty hindrance.
Alright, now that you no longer have regen, you are getting bled out so hard. Sadly, we don't have the upgraded version. Oh, that's 10 bleed. Yeah, that's got to get dealt with.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
That was a pretty extreme wound, it turns out.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
Stupid blood bond being extremely great. That's a shame. We can't really do much about that. Let's just get rid of you.
The work continues.
Ooh, guaranteed crit.
Bravo!
Thanks, Wayne.
Relief comes rarely in these times.
I gotta remember to burn salve whenever we can.
In this weighty
Okay,
gloom,
I think this sort of this rearrangement makes good sense. Ooh. Stress resist is interesting. And I don't care so much about the lack of the lowering of the debuff resist, I think.
The loathing abates.
Also, I need to get an item out of my inventory. So, Barristan, you don't really need your greater heat shield. It's fine. And then we could go like, I just make somebody straight up immune to fire. That's not horrible. Clears out the inventory pretty well. And then everybody's trinket slots actually have stuff in them. And we drop like the chalk dust so that we can still pick up currency on the road. Actually, I don't know what I want to do here. The resistance encounter peels off the loathing. Barristan would really like it if we went assistance. Then we have a road battle followed by Oblivion's Rampart, which I don't necessarily love. Yeah, we're going this way.
Chaos must be met with unwavering resolve.
This gives me a slightly larger amount of time to heal between the two fights.
The loathing festers.
We have so many flapjacks, y'all. Actually, I need to burn an item out of my inventory again.
Pity a soul
We'll do it after this.
twisted by despair.
But if you want to talk the night through, guess who will be there? Okay, so it's shadowy, and I don't necessarily want to flee. I'm a little worried about our stress levels. Dropping some currency, I guess, isn't so bad. I want to fight, though. I just don't know if we can afford the relationship damage. Our relationships are already all fucked. If we were going to take a retreat, I want to take this one, I think. We don't need to buy food in the next place, but we do need the currency necessary to buy other stuff. The thing is, the torch is going to be so low, we're going to start taking, like random blinds during the battle with the Oblivion thing. I think we can't afford the relationship damage from fighting them, though, as much as that sucks. Oh, and he just resisted the stress. That's cool. Oh yeah, I gotta drop a thing. I was gonna do it after the battle, and then the battle didn't happen. Alright, let's just get through this, shall we? Okay. That said, minus damage taken doesn't really affect bleed out, which is one of the more important things we might use there. So, I actually really like Consecration on Alhazred. I think that's a good way to go. Let's burn your charge here, so Alhazred's more likely to hit you. Gonna burn your charge as well. And now let's get that big juicy abyssal artillery. Yeah, pretty solid. Anatomical map, play along.
Trampled, trapped, held captive
Ooh.
by fear.
I think that's okay in this situation. I think she was gonna stay in front for a while, but it's a little worrying. I'm watching Barristan stress nervously.
Encouraging.
Yeah, worth it. Oh, we got that extra action. Beautiful. Would I rather Weakening Curse? He's probably about to hit everybody. Or he's going to hit somebody incredibly hard. But he's going to just resist the debuff. Yeah, never mind. Anatomical map. Dude, fucking... Well... The anatomical map is not being a team player. Alright, that wasn't so bad. This is grim, though. At least we get to take a stress off of 2 people. Alright, damage fast, friends. Ooh, this is a terrible way to spend that. When Barristan and Boudica are both about to get their big attacks off. Let's just illuminate it. Let's just do nothing. There we go. Much better use. And now... Stick the bleed? Hell yeah.
Dissection. An unavoidable end.
Okay, Barristan is fucking determined to just freak out over and over again and drive everybody crazy. I don't think we're in a place where we want to do misstep. Yeah, I think I'm probably just going to toss that one.
The loathing whispers.
Don't think anyone can afford to equip it. That said, we probably don't need all these flapjacks. You know what I don't need is 1 bit of stale bread. Because we have enough flapjacks for the rest of the fucking run. And then we don't, for the same reason, we don't need the slime mold. And I'm going to toss the misstep because I just don't think there's any version of this where we do that. Okay. Now we can pick stuff up from the road again. Can we please not with the random negative relationship stuff? Y'all are trying your absolute hardest to lose. I will never understand it.
The familiar hearth crackles invitingly once again.
You'll find no rest in a hag's cauldron. Is this an element of the 5th thing that you get terrible inns all the time? Hypochondriac is annoying. Curmudgeon is annoying. Ugh, God. Well...
Each improvement, a new variable in the equation of your fate.
Let's take a quick look at these.
But fairly priced.
So the sharpness charm is interesting. I'm probably not going to take the iron banded wheels. I think we can definitely just go ahead and
A smoother ride.
repair.
For a time at least.
We don't have a lot of relationship fixing stuff. All right, well, you know what? First things first. Flapjacks for everyone. And if flapjacks don't de-stress you, I don't know what will. Alhazred is not interested in playing games. It's become too much of a curmudgeon. That's annoying. It's actually really annoying. I wonder if that will affect his ability to drink with others as well. All right, how many points of relationship change do we need? We could get up to 5 going. So anybody who gains relationship with Boudica is likely to get positives with her. We need 1 between Alhazred and Barristan. 2 Alhazred and Junia as well. Okay, and those are the only ones that are actually negative. So we want at least 3 points of relationship fixing. And it wouldn't be terrible if they had, if 2 of them were maybe pipeweed based. All right, let's take this and see what we can do here. Am I allowed to have Alhazred drink with people? I am. Okay. So just to double check before I do something silly, Alhazred, Barristan, and Junia. Well, I'll tell you what right now. This is what needs to happen here. And then... It's not Barristan and Junia, is it? No, that's right. The only other negative was Alhazred and Junia together. Well, y'all get the rest of the pipeweed, I guess. Okay. And then we want Boudica and Barristan to get a buff. Boudica and Barristan and Boudica and Alhazred, actually. So I want to buy another whiskey. And I wish it wouldn't keep changing the view. 14. And 14. Okay, we have done our level best to produce positive relationships. There's really not much more we could do. So that armor repair kit on you. Travel healing. Just to make sure Boudica's getting topped up as often as possible. Also, just kind of generally, it'd be great if she didn't take damage. And then, do we want to buy any trinkets or anything? No, we don't. Do I want to buy more laudanum? Maybe. Our stress situation is very bad. I'm going to do that because I think our stress situation is so bad that it really warrants the extra attention. All right, and then 5 points of mastery. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, if we're going to be potentially using Bleed Out, let's upgrade that for sure. Bolster gets an upgrade, no question. Abyssal Artillery should be upgraded. This is just... Well, it's a bigger heal and you can trigger it earlier. That's definitely something of value. Leveling up Judgment doesn't really change its damage all that much. And the thing is... Yeah, I wonder if that's even worthwhile. I think I do want to level up Divine Grace. And then, like, do we want to take another one on you? I think Raucous Revelry doesn't need to go up, but Bloodlust could. Or even Iron Swan. Iron Swan places a combo token. We don't have a ton of ways to use it. But it really does gain a lot of damage output. And being able to hit people in the back row is a really big deal sometimes. Yeah. I think that's sensible. Yeah, Bolster needed it very badly. Okay, I feel alright about that.
Every road a winding torment. Every turn bent on our destruction.
I don't actually care about either of these rewards. The Shroud seems like a good way to go, and we still have... Somebody has a goal to kill a bunch of fisher folk that we have not fulfilled. Oh yes, there's also the Pouch of Lie thing. Gaunts... No, I guess I'm misremembering. You would like to kill some swine. Well, the Sluice is available. And if we don't care about the missions at all... Yeah, we may be able to get some candles here.
Home now to far worse than rats.
Do we want to change this stuff up? The academics map is going to give us no value here, but the wind chime... The wind chime is something. This is medical gear. You know, we don't need any more flapjacks, but this will improve the healing we get from Pliskin in addition to its effect. So yeah, I think that's a winner. All right, sorry, no, we did that. I want to rest. Hold on, can I de-stress? Can I buy a de-stressing item? Let's go ahead and Barristan, my dude, you gotta fucking chill out. Okay, I think we should be ready to sleep here. This episode ended up being way longer than I didn't think that that biome was gonna be that long. Really, after everything.
Callousness have claimed dominion here.
Okay, so Alhazred is going to constantly have that on him, and Malediction's fucking terrible. But that's fine. We can just put it in the slot on the bar where Falling Stars was, because we never get to the point where we can use this stuff anyway. And that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. when you come back next time, we will navigate the sluice even with this this tiny setback. I can't believe we didn't get one positive relationship. Like, I know the chances were lowered, but they weren't lowered by that much. Ah well. Nothing for it but to continue. So come back next time to see that happening, and we'll see you then.